An American university student has been sentenced to 15 years prison with hard labour in North Korea for pinching a propaganda poster off a wall. 21-year-old Otto Warmbier broke down in court as he begged for his freedom. The US has denounced the sentence as unduly harsh. It comes just weeks after the United Nations approved the toughest sanctions yet against North Korea over its nuclear missile program. And Barker reports.
Otto Warmbier was in North Korea as part of a tour group over the new year, but just before flying out, he was caught on security camera removing a propaganda poster from his hotel. He was arrested at the immigration desk at Pyongyang's airport and charged with subversion. The university student went on trial yesterday in handcuffs in North Korea's Supreme Court. CCTV vision purportedly showing the theft from the hotel corridor was played to the court. A court official held that Warmbier had committed a crime, quote, pursuant to the US government's hostile policy towards North Korea in a bid to impair the unity of its people after entering it as a tourist, unquote. One witness described how he discovered the poster was gone. When I left the office, there was no one by that time, he said, so I think someone intentionally moved the slogan. I called security to protect the slogan, and then I reported it to law organisation. The 21-year-old has admitted he took the banner as a trophy for an acquaintance back home who wanted to hang it in her church in Ohio. The church, in return, had apparently offered Warmbier a used car worth $10,000 if he succeeded. Warmbier broke down in court as he apologised before pleading for his freedom.
My brother and my sister need me. I beg that you see how I am only human. How I have made the worst mistake of my life.
But his pleas were in vain.
How I was used and manipulated. Please, act to save me. Please save my life. Please think of my family. I'm the oldest son in my family.
The 15-year sentence with hard labour has infuriated the US, which denounced the court's decision as unduly harsh. A White House spokesman, Josh Earnest, has urged North Korea to grant Warmbier a special amnesty and release him immediately.
The allegations for which this individual was arrested and imprisoned would not give rise to arrest or imprisonment in the United States or in just about any other country in the world.
Otto Warmbier is hardly the first American charged or jailed in North Korea for what might amount to a misdemeanour elsewhere. 2 years ago, another American was put on trial but later released for leaving a Bible in a hotel room. But Warmbier's sentence is significant, coming as it does in the wake of recent sanctions imposed against North Korea, the harshest in 20 years, over its nuclear missile program. Sanctions which the US played the lead role in negotiating with China, which is otherwise North Korea's strongest ally.
Now, despite official claims that US citizens arrested in North Korea are not used for political purposes, it is increasingly clear that the North Korean government seeks to use these US citizens as pawns to pursue a political agenda.
Soon after Warmbier's sentence, the US administration announced further details of the new sanctions against North Korea passed by the UN Security Council 2 weeks ago. And interestingly, they include sanctions against North Korea's so-called Propaganda and Agitation Department, presumably the same authority that published or approved Warmbier's stolen poster.
And Barker reporting.